Hello, 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 my sweet dears. Welcome, welcome. Still learning how to do all of this stuff, setting up a live stream on my computer. So thank you for bearing with me as I get all of this figured out. I am so thrilled and so excited to be joining you today. Dubai has been one crazy experience, if I do say so myself. It really has brought so many twists and turns and challenges, and really helping me to grow into a really beautifully blossoming version of myself in really powerful ways. So I'm really thrilled and excited to be sharing this space with you for this full moon in Virgo. I definitely felt a shift within myself between yesterday and today. It was like waking up, all of a sudden, it was like, okay, get really clear on the basics. So what are you doing to stay hydrated? What are you doing to make sure that you're getting at least 20 to 30 minutes of movement in your day, whether it be walking or maybe it's lifting weights, maybe it's a full workout, whatever it is. What are you doing to make sure that your body is moving, as well as getting plenty of sleep? I just want to turn these over so I'm not distracted. But my loves, let's take a nice big deep breath. My intention for this transmission with us today is to just simply be like a warm drop of honey in what is the madness of this world, to just have a moment of sweetness, to connect in with the center of our heart and remember that there is always, always, always home within us. So when you're able to stay connected to that heart center, when you're able to stay connected into the very core of your own presence, when you're able to remember, and not just remember with your mind, but to remember with your heart, the core reason that you are here in this world experiencing what we're experiencing together. My gut, my insights, channels that I have been getting is letting me know that we are not yet close to this whole experience of these last few years, that we're not really close to it being over. So that's why I want to remind us to focus on your own mental health, focus on your own emotional health, do what you can to just simply be ready, be in a state of readiness so that whatever comes into your life, whatever comes to your doorstep, whatever comes into your world, that you are ready. Now, what's going to happen for all of us is that there's going to be a real strong emergence of dark energy. This dark energy is not something to be afraid of. Most people don't want to develop their own psychic abilities or tune into this world because they're afraid of it. But the thing is that there's really nothing to be afraid of. And here's why. It exists whether you are putting your fingers in your ears and pretending it doesn't, going la, 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 la. It exists whether you want to acknowledge its presence or not. So I lean on the side of making sure that you are well prepared and well aware of what your role is and how you can transcend and ascend above whatever challenges are in front of you, while also making sure that your needs are met. The reason why it is so important to make sure that your needs are met first is that center of our heart, the center of our core, that is your home. So no matter where you are, no matter what's going on, no matter where life pulls you, no matter what starts to happen, when you are aware of your ability to be super clear inside of your own heart center, and you're able to close your eyes no matter where you are and know that you can find peacefulness within the steady calm of your own breath, that you can create that grounding cord from your root chakra at the base of your spine all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia, to the center of the earth. And you breathe. Just take a few moments to breathe with me. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to me. So yeah, breathe with me. Find that steadiness, find that peacefulness, find that calm. Make sure that you have a glass of water with you and give yourself plenty of time to just rest, to be easy, and to be present with what it is that is coming through. Ya anai kapua kanai, ya uapua nakai, itanai iyo wapua kanai, kiki anakai kianai. So as you may have seen or may have noticed, I've been posting a little bit about a golden womb activation that was gifted to me during meditation recently. And I'm going to share the story before we go fully into transmission. So I was in meditation and I was getting an upgrade on my wings. I had the angel of faith with me and I had Archangel Michael. Their wings were connected to my wings. And yeah, I was really receiving this upgrade of the technology of my own wings, like just a spiritual upgrade, you know, kinks were being dusted out, fixed, everything was being put together. And as I'm sitting there with them, feeling the sensation of my wings coming online to a full upgrade and letting go of the things that I was carrying on that was weighing me down or allowing my wings to feel heavy. And for those of you that are new to this, are new to my channel, I have recorded it's a 9-hour, actually three-hour boot camps, 9-hour course of how to find your wings, how to connect with your angelic wings, how to travel throughout the multiple dimensions by being consciously aware of where you're going, what's happening, what's transpiring, who's with you, who you are, all of these things. They're now available in the membership zone in YouTube. That's a new feature that's available. So I decided to upload those to that. I think it's like $20 a month, something like that. It's available if you'd like to dive a little bit deeper. But as I'm receiving this upgrade with Archangel Michael and the Angel of Faith, there was this like golden womb, a womb that came through. It was literally the shape of a womb and it was just illuminated in this golden light and also looked like a gold sculpture. And so they showed it to me, they put it in my hands and they allowed me, or they showed me how to place it in my body and upgrade my womb system. Now, for females, our womb holds our female creative energy. Our female creative energy is so powerful and it's so strong. It's so strong. We have the power and the ability to create life inside of our bodies. This is what sets us apart from males in the male physical form. So that we have this capability, this technology inside of our body. Now, the power of this that I really think is fascinating is that your body knows how to create an entire baby. Your body knows how to create an entire human being, but your head doesn't, your mind doesn't, your brain does not comprehend what it takes. So the information is already loaded in your DNA. The information is already loaded inside of your cells. So there's an information, there's an encoding inside of the instructions that are there. Now, we know a little bit about how DNA works, but science really hasn't caught up to everything that DNA does for us. So in another video that I've channeled here on YouTube, I saw a very clear vision of the DNA that you receive from your mother and the DNA that you receive from your father, and then also the DNA that your soul brings with it to encode your body with the level of awareness that your soul is bringing into this earth. This is where and why and how I believe that certain humans have a different level of conscious understanding that are born with it. Now there's a whole generation of little ones that are coming into this world now that are born awake, and they're coming into parents that are also awake. So they don't have to go through the process of awakening that we have had to go through. They're in this awakened channel. They're in this awakened frequency. They're already existing in the new earth. Now we are assimilating into the new earth, and the new earth is not something that needs to be created. It's not something that needs to be built. It's not something that needs to really be met about. It is a frequency. It is a consciousness. It is an understanding. It is a vibrational tone that we are ascending into by means of our own awareness and our own willingness to ascend. Now, I have experienced this very, very clearly on Maui. Maui is a hot spot where the fifth dimension is anchored in quite a solid way. Bali is also a place where the fifth dimension is anchoring. There's still a lot more to do there, but it is anchoring. And I do believe that there are other hot spots in this world that I have not yet personally been to, but I see them when I clairvoyantly look at the planet. I see these hot spots where the fifth dimension is anchored as a frequency. What that means is that there's a higher level of concentration. There's a higher concentration of that frequency that allows our consciousness to ascend to a new place. This is the frequency that our physical body is also resonating at and wants to resonate at as we awaken and move into the new earth and the consciousness of the new earth. So that's a little bit of that. That's what wanted to come through there. As I was also given this technology of the golden womb and the golden womb activation, I was shown very clearly that it is very important for me to share this knowledge, that it's very important for me to have it come through and for it to also channel through me. And there's several reasons for this. One is that Dubai has been a bit disorienting for me. To put it nicely and to put it gently, it's been a bit disorienting to come from a place like Bali where I, was living in an open air casita with no windows, no walls in the jungle, and really feeling like the heartbeat of Mama Gaia, not really wearing shoes, eating mostly fruits, very gentle and simple life, rather than making my videos here and creating new programs. And of course, all the dark lessons and teachings that I experienced in Bali as well. But going from that environment where the people are very different and coming to Dubai, and Dubai is a place that has been built in the last 20 to 30 years with a lot of new money. So there's a lot of people that are coming here. It has very open laws to crypto. And so it attracts a completely different kind of person. A lot of people here are really focused on chasing money and making money. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of disorientation. There's a lot of, who do you believe? Who do you trust? Who, it's a lot of this. So coming from Bali and coming into this new time zone and coming into this new frequency, coming from the Balinese Hinduism that was in the air, and then coming to Dubai, which is a Muslim country, and I've been to Morocco, and there's the Muslim religion also in Bali, but it has a very particular frequency. It has a very interesting frequency that, because I was born and raised in the United States, I'm just not as familiar with. So there's been a lot of things to acclimate to. So thank you for your patience as I come back to this seat and settle with you. This golden womb activation is coming through as a way for me to also really truly anchor my own divine feminine energy. The divine feminine is rising, undoubtedly so. I am in a very male dominated environment, masculine dominated environment. My Venus line through astrocartography goes straight through the middle of downtown Dubai and the DIFC district, which is very close to where I am actually living. The Venus line is femininity, art, culture, or music, creativity. So there's a lot that's coming through me. And as there are many channels in this world, and as there are many people that connect with their star families and ascended masters and beings of light and all of this, This is the one particular, lane that feels very, very resonant for me. So I believe that those who are meant to come on this journey of the golden womb activation, that they're ready for what is coming through me, that they're ready for what has been gifted through me to channel and to anchor and to experience within themselves. Because as the divine feminine gets stronger, and as our own, and the divine feminine is within every male and within every female. I want to be very clear about that. The divine feminine energy, the sacred resonance of the divine feminine energy is intuitive knowledge. In this world that we live in, intuition is frowned upon. It's looked at as a lesser intelligence. And I'm talking by the greater whole. It's one of those things that's looked at as weird or crazy, or the Salem witch trial that we learn about teaches young girls that they can be burned at the stake. It's not something that we just learn about in history. There's a reason there's a spotlight on that so much. It is still a warning. It is still a threat. So for those of us that are leaning into our magical essence, for those of us that are really tuning in to who we are in the core of our being and our authentic self, and I was raised Christian, I had to deprogram from my own mind how to accept myself, because I was told that the gifts and the abilities that I had from the Bible were works of dark energy and dark currents. To me, I know where my heart lies. I know where my integrity is. I know what I'm here to do, and that's to serve people in the way that I know best. That doesn't mean I don't have a dark side. I absolutely do. And I've spent many, 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 many moons and ceremonies and sessions and journalings and facing so much darkness in this world that I have made peace with so many of my own demons, and I have got to know my own dark. And I really believe that the key to this, the key to anchoring in our own internal true power, is to integrate these parts of ourselves. And these parts of ourselves that are really holding steady, these parts of ourselves that are really, truly becoming more and more present with ourselves as we integrate our emotions. This is why I have the course on emotional intelligence. It is so important. And twice the theme in that course, everything I do is unplanned. It's all intuitive. It all comes to me in the moment. It all comes to me with what's alive in my life at that time. Twice the key came in through discernment. How do you discern through what is truth and what is not? And let's just say an untruth. So we don't necessarily need to say lies, but what is a fabrication and what is reality? What is true? Allowing the nature of this presence, allowing the nature of your true authenticity to be honored by all facets and all aspects of your being, that there is no part of you that is deserving of shame. There is no part of you that is deserving of ostracization or pushing away. All parts of you, every single part of you, even the parts that have done the dirtiest, nastiest, unthinkable, most unforgivable things, those parts of you are worthy to come into the center of your own heart and to feel and experience the love that you have for yourself. The Kuan Yin teachings calls this karuna compassion. It means that there is no separation between you and you, that there is a light inside of your own heart that is strong enough through the, oh my gosh, the gentle force of compassion. Compassion is so incredibly strong. It is a frequency. It is a frequency that holds such truth and such anchored integrity and such grounded love. And so it's so nurturing, but it is also, it says you cannot pass. It is impenetrable. It transmutes on contact. And so the more compassionate we are with ourselves, the more compassionate we can be with those around us, the more compassionate we can honor those around us. no matter what it is that they've done, or no matter how their life has shaped them into the person that they are, we find that we are less full of judgment. It may mean that you don't want to spend time with the person. It doesn't mean that you have to bring them in close, but it does mean that they are a mirror of you. If they are in your world, if they are in your life, they're bringing wisdom to you for you to be able to face. And so when you can meet the mirrored part of you, the part of you that is reflected in their presence, if you can meet that part of you with direct compassion, direct love, direct intention, direct nurturing, direct understanding, while also having a stern connection to say, it will not pass. It will be shifted in loving grace. It will be acknowledged in standing peace. Yona tua puku utanai, sai atanai uapanakai, yoa tanai iawapu uatana asasariana, yoana akapu ukunukukua, yayana uapuku tutunu, yatanai iawapua haakana siatana, yoa uapu unu apuapuaka, yana yatuapua. Yo uapua kanai, itanaya, yo ananakua haakanai, yanakanakua puakanai, ituanai. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. It feels like we're just naturally shifting in the meditation, naturally shifting in. We'll use this time of talking to start to acclimate to the frequencies that are coming in through this transmission. So allowing yourself to really, if you haven't already, find a still space. Give yourself the next 20 to 30 minutes to really just be calm, to be steady, to be uninterrupted, to be loved in the fullness and the wholeness of who it is that you be and who it is that you are. Honoring the grace of your own divine wisdom, bringing it in, bringing it in, bringing it in. And allowing all that is you to be present. The anxious side, the worried side, the nervous side, the stressed side, the angry side, the fed up side, the numb side, confused side, the powerful side, the loving side, the childlike side, and any and all other sides that are here with you in this present moment, knowing that all parts of you are welcomed and received. And so, as we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Yona okuapua anayawa, yo uapua anaya kuapu asasanai, ia tanai ia wapu ua haanakakanai, yo uapua niawa, yo uapua niawa, yo unaya kuatanai, I atanai kiana, oapu uku utunuku pua haakanai, ia kuapua, I anai akanakai, I anai akanakai, yo ayawa uapu unu, nia uapua kanai, I siawa ayatanai, hi akanai ia kanai ia wapuaka, iawa anai ia kanai, iawa uapua puanai, I kia uapu ususuanai, yanakai ia kanai, Kikio apu ukua haanai, ianai I atanai, siana uapu ua haa, ya uapua anai, ya uapua anai, ya uapua kuapu nuhu ukuapua, Asyana tatanakai, asanaya tatanakai, yo apuahu ukuanuaya. Let's take a moment to look at the word rejection. There's a lot of rejection happening in this world right now. We want to reject the unfathomable. We want to reject the unthinkable. We want to reject systems. We want to reject programs. We want to reject the people in our world and our life that don't think the same way as we do. We want to reject these opinions and views that are not aligned to our own values. If we can take a moment to pause and recognize that all light has a purpose and all dark has a purpose, then we can find within ourselves the moment of clarity that activates a truth in divine nature within the center and core of our own heart. Now, I don't know if you've ever taken a moment to receive the prayers of the 1,000 Buddhist monks that you've seen the pictures of, seen where they're all praying for peace. They're praying for your heart. They're praying for all of humanity. I have felt those prayers. I have welcomed those prayers into my heart. I have welcomed those prayers into my consciousness. I have welcomed the intention that is so beautiful into my own life. Now, for yourself, Spirit may have had a different path for you than being a Buddhist monk. As we all have different paths for our own destiny. Is it possible that there are a lot of distractions in this world that are keeping you from being able to focus on the path of your own destiny? That are keeping you from being able to focus on the path of your own potential? Yokanai atua puayanai, akua tunaya puakayanai, I akanawa pu ukusu unu, ianai wa puakanai, iua puatanaya kai, iayanai uapu ukuatanai, ia uapua kuatanai, iawa uapuanaya, iawa uapuatanai, ianaya uapu uku unuahayanai, ianai uanai uakua asanai, tutuanai ikiapu ukunu uaha, iayanai iaka. Breathe. Trust that your love is magnetic, that your embodied compassion is a magnet for miracles, that the love that is in the center of your heart is what births form into existence. That love is not something that we have the tools or the technology to measure other than our own felt experience. Our humanness is the technology or the tool that we have to measure love. It is how we feel, it is how we experience it, it is how we express it, it is how we transmute it, it is how we gift it to other people. It is how we honor it within ourselves, that love is measured by only human experience. Take a moment to breathe in and remember the core of the center the truth of the divine love within you. That you're home, 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 home. And I'm not talking about a different galaxy or a different star system or somewhere outside of this earth. And I know that those are really fun conversations to have. But I'm directly speaking of the moment that your soul sparked separation from your own creator. I genuinely believe that our heart within our soul remembers these moments. When your heart is riddled in pain, and when you are not wanting to feel your own heart, it is because some painful experience has happened in the past that has kept you from being able to connect to the truth of your own heart. And this is okay. This is how we learn. We have the ego system that protects us from pain after an experience of trauma, either minor or extreme. It keeps us from reliving that. But what it does is it creates a fragmentation. It creates a separation. So when we return to our heart, we have to feel the things that we haven't wanted to feel. And this is why I believe that people are so far away from remembering where they were before the moment of conception, where they were before their body came into this earth and came through the birth portal. The center of your own heart is so powerful. It's far more powerful than your wildest imagination. If you can think back to knowing that in a female body, her womb knows within it the technology to create human life, that the mind does not know. The mind does not have the instruction manual. And thank goodness the mind doesn't have to put it together. The body knows. So think of what else it is that your body is trying to tell you. Are there moments where you haven't given your body the opportunity to listen? And are you willing in this moment now to reconcile the relationship between your body and your mind? I know for myself, last night I went to bed with my hand on my heart saying, Ho'oponopono, directing that I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you to me. Where I have stepped aside, where I have lost my center, where I have not taken full care of my body, where I have allowed myself to get out of whack, so much so that my emotions were ungrounded. To forget about the basics enough to not have clear conviction in that anchored, centered place. So taking a breath. Ioa ua punaka. Ioanaya akanai. I anai ia kua ua tuunu ua puahaa. Ianoa ua puana. Remembering that there is always more for you. There is always, always, always more for you. There's more love for you to experience within your heart. There are more lessons for you to face. As I mentioned at the beginning of this transmission, that it is so incredibly important. It's so incredibly important for us to stay so clear on the basics, to be ready for whatever it is that's coming, knowing that whatever it is that's coming has a purpose in the role of the awakening of humanity. The vast majority of the population is not yet ready to experience itself. It's not yet ready to understand the concept of where it is that they have come from. It's not yet ready to make contact with the star families that are already here and available in contact for those of us who are ready to be open to listen. For those of you that have a Sirian star lineage, as I do, a Palladian star lineage, Andromedan star lineage, an Arcturian star lineage, and I know that there's Cryon star lineage, Chiron, that's just coming to include. I know that there are many others. But the star families are here for us now. They are very, very close. They are here to serve in allowing us and helping us to navigate this world by understanding timelines and dimensions. There are ways for us to create a web of consciousness in this world right now by being able to understand that our consciousness can in fact split and that we can become strong in the space where our consciousness is able to be in two places at once. This is astral traveling. This is remote viewing. This is not a new concept of things that have been practiced in this world. What we're being shown is that there is new technology, new is a relative term, but that there is technology that is available for us here to learn as we are ascending more quickly. So I believe that you are here for this transmission because you're ready. You're ready to start experiencing what that connection to your own star family means. Now, I want to be very discerning. I want you to be very discerning as you receive this information. This does not mean to go out and just open your channel and open your heart to any like aliens that you see around you. Some of them will come in the shape of aliens. Some of them will come in the shape of angels. Some of them will come in a lot of various forms. But the truth is that our clairvoyance is coming online very strong. Our clairaudience. Clairvoyance is vision. Clairaudience is being able to hear messages from spirit, hear messages from our guides. And the clairsentience is the ability to feel the energy and emotions of others. Claircognizance is divine knowing. So all of these abilities, and that's just to name a few, those are like the basic ones, the core ones. They're very strong. We say basic, but they're very strong. So those are all going to be coming online with a lot more amplification. So you can actually mock up, you can actually say, I would like to open to my own clairvoyance. I would like to be able to see. And you can ask for very gentle baby steps. Ask your star family to be with you and to hold your hand so you don't get so scared, because what can often happen is that when you open your third eye and you invite the awareness of this energy in, it can be very confronting, even if you think that you are ready for it, because all of a sudden your worldviews and your human mind paradigm is going to start shifting. And this is what we want. We want to be able to remember we're coming out of amnesia. So it can be a little bit confronting to learn the origin of who you have been all along. So take this one with a grain of salt, because this is my belief. But I believe that there are many different stages and places that our soul goes through and goes to. And that takes on a variety of different forms throughout the existence of our own soul. And they're telling me to be careful with what I'm saying. I'm like, don't go too far into that one. Okay. Back to what it is that they're wanting me to share. They want you to know that you're supported. They want you to know that you are loved. They want you to know that you are nurtured. They want you to know that you are not alone, that we are not alone. And it's not as scary, creepy, you are not alone. It's a we are not alone by means that we are really powerfully, divinely supported and divinely guided. The nurturing of the consciousness that is available to us in a very, very significant way is so ready to hold your heart and open your heart to the memories that reside within. I believe that our soul lives inside of our heart. That's why it's so protected. That's why our heart is also so fragile, but also so strong, is that it is the house of our soul. So that's what I mean by the consciousness of your heart is different than the consciousness of your mind, and it's different than the consciousness of your own intuition and the insights that you get. It comes through in a different sort of way, and it comes through in a way that is very supportive to your own highest frequencies. Very supportive. It's possible that there are certain things in your life that will come together, and there's certain things in your life that will fall away as you continue to commit yourself to the consciousness of your own divinity, that you will allow yourself to be seen, that you will allow yourself to feel worthy, that you will allow yourself to be understood, that you will allow yourself to be held, that you will allow yourself to be able to feel the consciousness of your own internal intelligence start activating. Yana kua puanakai kianakai io atonakai. Yonai ia kua puana tayawa wapua wana yawa pua pua puanakai. Yatanai ia kiawa uapu unukua. It's a very clear message that's coming in with this light prayer. And that is that the sooner that we can let go of judgment of what is dark, the sooner that we can let go of the idea that dark is bad or that it needs to be pushed away or that darkness in and of itself is scary. They're giving me this as a reminder because I've interfaced with more darkness here in Dubai than I think I ever have in such a short period of time. And a lot of it has been confronting. Some of it has been scary because it has triggered memories of other experiences that I've had with dark energy that have been extremely painful. I've been wanting to protect other people around me from dark experiences. And simultaneously, what I have leaned into understanding and knowing is that in all dark experiences or all experiences of pain or struggle or betrayal or however dark energy interfaces with us and shows us itself and how it actually is actioned. What I mean by that is how it's actually played out, is that there is a lot for us to learn. There's a lot for us to see, and it doesn't always come from the light. Now, I've written a lot about the power of joy. I haven't published it, but I've written a lot. I wrote a whole book about the power of joy. And the power of joy is that joy itself holds such a powerful frequency. Laughter itself holds such a powerful frequency that these experiences of laughter and joy, they can ease the suffering, they can ease the pain. So the more we can laugh, the more we can laugh until we cry, the more we can laugh until it hurts, the more that we can just enjoy life and be subtle and be gracious and be warm and enjoy even the darkest of times. And I'm not saying have a dark humor. I'm not saying, make a laugh or, make something okay or permissible when there's harm involved. But what I am saying is to find that joy, to find that inner sanctuary of peace and resilient through humor is going to be something that helps to bring a lot of illumination, a lot of kindness, a lot of compassion to the light of what is available in all circumstances, even for those around you. I believe that if you are tuning into this, if you're hearing these words now, you are a beacon for your community. it's not that whole communities watch my channel. It's not that whole communities and all people that play all roles in society are drawn to this kind of transmissions. It's a very specific kind of person. So you are that very specific kind of person that enjoys cosmic understanding, the expansion of your own consciousness, that is ready to explore more, that is ready to embody more, that is ready to help more, that is ready to encourage more, that is ready to serve more. That there's that drive, especially with the way things are going, that there are so many challenges, that we are being called powerfully. We are being called so powerfully forward into the light of our own awareness of what we're here for. There's no escaping it. We cannot sidestep, we cannot hide, we cannot pretend that we don't exist. I have tried them all. I have tried them all. And the more I surrender to the divine knowing that I know why I'm here, and I believe that I do. I believe that there are things that we all know why we're here, and there are things that we have not yet been able to see for ourselves because our mind, our egoic consciousness isn't quite ready for the vast magnitude of what we are here to do. But I genuinely believe that there is medicine that we all carry as medicine keepers, as soul searchers, as open-hearted warriors, as healers, as sightseers, as soothsayers, as fortune tellers, as gypsies, as nomads, as like the outcast, the black sheep, the rainbow child, the one that has wandered, the outcast, the misfit. Like, we know that we don't fit into the box of what society has created because we're not meant to be, especially artists and creatives. This is the divine feminine. This is why the divine feminine has been pulled out of our culture. Intuition being looked down on, arts and culture being made smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, music being pinholed into one type of music genre, which I do believe has a lot of satanic messages. We've been going to shows and music gatherings here in Dubai, and I've been going to music festivals I love music festivals. I love dancing. I love being a part of this environment. And I've continued to see the scene getting darker and darker and darker. You have to be aware. We have to be the ones that are consenting to what we put in our own subconscious mind. And so as we are beacons, it's not to say don't go to these places. You can go to these places. And just know that you're going to be there to shine. You're going to be there to be a beacon. You're going to be there to stand out. You're going to be there to be noticed in a different kind of way that reminds the people that are there that they can be free, that they can be liberated, that they can receive the medicine from their own heart, because you're not going to do it for them. You're going to show them how to do it by themselves. The powerful thing about this is that their higher self is watching you. Their heart is watching you. They're not just watching you with their mind. They're not just watching you with their eyes. They're watching you with their energy field. They can feel you. They can feel you be a beacon. I had one guy come up to me recently. I was dancing at sunrise at a music festival here in Dubai. And he came up to me in the middle of me dancing, which I don't particularly like. Like, it's like, you threw off the emperor's groove. But he came over to me, and as he came over to me, he said, it's like you're here with us, but you're also not here with us. He's like, it's like you're dancing in another world. How are you dancing in another world? How are you there? And I could see that he was open enough to feel the frequencies that I was channeling in. I knew very well aware that what I was doing was channeling higher dimensional frequencies from the fifth dimension, the seventh dimension, and above, and anchoring it into Earth. I was anchoring it into the consciousness of Earth, because I believe that we are conduits between realms, that we as human beings are here because we are multidimensional beings, and we are also beings of form. So that as we are able to create the connection between the earthly plane, the world of matter, solid nature, and also the multidimensional reality of energy. Again, as we go back to bringing the new earth, the consciousness of the new earth, that's what I was doing. I knew that's what I was doing because I know that's what I do. I know that's what I'm here to do. He came over to me, and I could tell a lot of other people were very curious about what I was doing. I knew I was standing out. I knew that people were watching, and I knew that it was medicine. And I just kept dancing because I love it. But I also know it left an imprint. I know that it leaves an imprint because I can see clairvoyantly what it does to those hearts around me. I don't need to use my words. I don't need to look them in the eye. I just dance and I be and I do my light worker duties. It is so important that we remain safe. It is so important that we also know that we are protected. It is so important for us to remember that we can always come home to the center of our own heart. But it's in these times that we stay grounded, focused, clear, present. Acknowledging the beauty that is grace. Acknowledging the beauty that is wonderment. Acknowledging the beauty that is compassion. And acknowledging the wild ride that is conscious awakening. Now on this channel, I haven't yet started talking about dragons. You've heard me talk about star families and angels and, aliens, for lack of a better term. I prefer star families. There's also the consciousness and the energy of dragons that we can call in. There's so much power here for all of us. There is so much power here for all of us that is within our own center of our own heart. So let's go ahead and take another nice big deep breath. Connect your root chakra all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia. Give yourself a moment to let go of the programming that is being activated and released through this transmission that you are receiving. Just shedding skin. Allowing the energetic detox to take place gently, calmly, peacefully. Ionai awa uapua ku ukunai. Oa ta akanaya ia wapu ukuasa. Ianai I kiatanaya ia wapu uku unutusuku ka katata krikio kuruk parkar kuruk matakuruk parkuruk patikrikutu parkatu katakarku patakarkona katakarku parkarkai. Tita kanakaraku to kuruk parkurkai to kurkai kini kututu to kurkai unotoka to kurkai po to tunukai. Yatanaya katakankai wa susu unu aku apu tatakeyani wa haakanakia. Ionaya na totonaya ka yoko kunakai sisi anakai iti anakua pututu kunakarakai yayanai iawapu uku unuku uapu haaka sasanai yatanaya iawapu utunuku uku kukunuku tokarakarakarakewa. It feels right for you to go ahead and tap. If you know the EFT tapping points, go ahead and do them. You can just watch me if you want to open your eyes and look. But I'm going to go ahead and just continue to see the light codes. So just think your own thoughts. Think your own thoughts and just tap through as we go through, let's say, 2 rounds. Yatanaya ku tukunakai iata ina kawapu unuku tutunakai itanai ia kinikia akana kiawa uatanakai ia kanakua iatana ia kinikia akanai itiana uaputunuku ahu ukunuku tukurkai ianai kiakanai kiatanakai itanai iatana tanata take kanakai ia haana aqua Iowahuatanatana. Iowahuatanatana. Ikiana akana uapu ukua aka. Ianatiakana iawapu ukukua. Iowa uapu unukuapu ukunuku. Uatana iakanaka iaka. Isiatana iakatakanakai. Uanai iawa. Big deep breath. In through the nose, letting go. Let's go ahead. One more big deep breath all the way into the nose. Filling your lungs all the way to the tippy top. One more sip of air. And hold as long as you can. When you're ready, letting that energy go, moving your body around. Reminding yourself of the power and the presence of your own grace, the power and the presence of your own compassion. You feel called to work with Kuan Yin a bit more, go ahead and call her in. Let her hold you, let her nurture you, let her be with you. Just surrendering. As I've mentioned, I have never interfaced with so much dark energy in such a short period of time since coming to Dubai. I have a lot of my own fair share of experience with dark energy. But I can also say that I've never surrendered as much as I have surrendered here. So it's been a very powerful experience. And I am assuming, maybe assuming isn't always the best, but that there is a lot of emergence of these dark frequency or these dark tones that are in this world right now that we are learning to navigate. And we as light workers, our job is not to clean it all up. I've often thought that light workers' job is, or the healer's job is almost like the termites of the planet, that we're here to like clean up so much gunk. But I really believe that our job is to illuminate and 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 illuminate. So surrendering to that which you cannot control, staying in lane of your own values, your own integrity, being clear to the power that you know is honored in the center of your own well-being. And being gracious as the truth continues to be revealed through the light of your own heart. And so with that, my loves, thank you so much for jumping in, participating. I will be launching more of the Golden Womb activation. Was planning to start that at the end of March. So a couple of weeks. Not exactly sure. I will be posting that on social media, on my Instagram. I will be posting it here on my YouTube channel, but I know that notification doesn't always come through. So if you'd like to participate in that live, it's going to be an 8-week long series. I'm going to be channeling it live. There's no video, it's just straight audio. It is a self-study course. So unless somebody wants to facilitate like group calls and group conversations, as I've done in the past, we're just going to do the 8 one-hour calls throughout the month. And then we'll have a group like collection call at the end to really digest and process and ask questions and have more of a hangout. But it will be 8 weeks. And like I said, it's a golden womb activation. This one is going to be for those who have a female body only until the replay is available. Males will be able to listen to the replay, but it was clear to me to stay in a focus channel specifically for women, those who have female bodies, those who have an actual womb. We're not talking energetic womb. We're not talking other things, energy body. We're talking physical womb, because of the energy that our womb space carries. And the reason why I want to allow it to be available to men afterward is because I do think that it is important for men to be able to connect in with the divine feminine rising, because we need each other to be able to do this. We need each other to be able to, men hold the protective space, the masculine energy to hold the protective space, and the female, the feminine energy, again, it's balanced within all of us. But in order for the divine feminine to rise, we need conscious divine masculine to be able to hold the container for that space so that we can speak more clearly, so that we can honor more clearly. And I'm seeing some in the chat here. You wish you were able to do a super chat, finding a way to make donations. Yes, please do. This channel is open to all donations and all contributions. There is the super chat here. Of course, YouTube has created some new features, so we're excited to be using that. I think there are some options. Do I have to turn on? I don't know. I don't think so. But super chat, send a highlighted message, super sticker, send an animated message. Yeah, these are new things that are coming up in lives. And I'll be doing more lives that are more like live readings and less transmission-y. So when we're doing the transmission, of course, open to receiving donations, always, all channels of abundance, always open, always receiving all forms of support and help that the universe is able to provide us with. Yes to all of that. But yes, there are super chats, there are the donations through the channel. You can join with the YouTube membership that gives you access to the how to find your wings, all sorts of fun stuff. So stay connected. There's the Monad Society as well, where you can find the 7 weeks to embody your higher self course if you haven't already. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Please continue to like these videos. It's very super important. I see that only one person has clicked the like button, so let's get that moving. And then of course, share this with your friends and families. The algorithms are increasingly challenging to deal with, but I get so much out of doing these lives that I plan to continue to do them. I plan to continue showing up in this way. So no matter what's going on in my world in Dubai, I feel that I'm finally got my feet back on the ground, ready to start connecting with you again in this way. And yeah, we'll be planning to do more and more lives. Also, please find me on TikTok. It is at Sitara Speaks. I am partnering with a business partner here in Dubai where we are creating a guild, a platform that helps influencers grow their reach on TikTok. So we're actually partnering with that. I see Mason just said Sitara's classes are very rad and enlightening. Thank you for those, just saying for those interested. Yes, Mason has, Mason's been in the long haul. It came to all of the events, maybe the second event in Reno and moving forward. But yeah, thanks for joining me on the long haul journey here. It's been so exciting. But yes, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for participating. It brings my heart so much joy to sit with you in this space. Let me tell you, to be able to share in the transmissions, to share in the guidance that comes through me, to have a space to be able to share in this way. It really means the world to me. It helps me to navigate the madness of this world more than I can without it. So Thank you for joining me. And with that, let's go ahead and take a couple nice big deep breaths. And end with a closing prayer. Breathing in deep, surrendering out loud. Ayawa wa noa ua puanakai. All right, gonna sing some light codes for us here. Yona yo hai, yo, yona yo hai, yo no. Yonakayo konakayo, yonakayo, yonakayo konakayo, yonakayo, yatanayo konakayo, yatanai, yatanaya konakaya no, yatanai, yayo. Iaio. Itanaya kanakaya no, itanaya kanakaya no, itanaya kanakaya no, ya no. Yonakai, yonakai, yonakai konakaya no, yonakai, yonakai, yonakai konakaya no. Go ahead and visualize a gold translucent rose in front of you. Make this rose about 2 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet tall, make it pretty big. Go ahead and make it gold translucent and allow this rose to be a magnet pulling out any and all just lingering energies of unconscious patterns so you can see yourself more clearly. Allowing this rose to simply pull any dark energy out of your own body that you've been carrying. Surrendering to the divine light within you as you continue to integrate and release that energy inside of your field that is not yours. And allowing yourself to raise to the highest vibrational frequency, the highest vibrational potential that you can access right now in this here and now moment. Allowing this peak experience to be your new base foundation. This foundation, this peak experience soon becomes your lowest vibration. And that is how we rise. 2 hands up, pull yourself up. 2 hands up, pull yourself up. Over and over again. All right, my loves. As we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our session is very much in love. Complete. So again, thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for joining the programs. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for all your prayers and well wishes. I'm receiving all of them right now. And I very much look forward to seeing you again soon. I will let you know again, best place to follow me is on Instagram. That's where you're going to get the first notifications, or you can go to this website, monadsociety.com. And on monadsociety.com, there's a little email opt-in. You can tune in there as well, and you'll get the email notifications for these transmissions. All right, my loves, I will talk to you very soon. I hope you have an absolutely blessed morning or evening wherever you are, and know that I am sending so much love from my heart to yours. Mwah.